These training masks have cost you your strength, endurance athletes. Victory has been your defeat.
Get this fucking thing off me. Ugh, man. Oh, it smells like the inside of a fake leg. Oof. Good morning, endurance athletes. Matt Mosman, the endurance guru over at EndurElite, the maker of premium supplements for endurance athletes, and endurance training and supplement expert. We're just going to get right to it today. Due to popular demand on one of my last videos, we're going to talk about training masks and, if they work. Now, obviously this isn't a training mask and this isn't a training mask. It's actually something I used to cover my face when I blow snow out of my driveway during the cold-ass winters in South Dakota. And this is a sawdust mask. Now, I didn't want to spend $80 on a training/elevation mask just to have it collect dust. Besides, I can give you two alternatives to a training mask that work just as good, and they're a lot cheaper. One's even free. So the first one I'm going to show you is this. You take your left hand, you put it over your face like this. Hell, you can cover your ears if you want to stop all the oxygen. And then you just breathe. If you want more oxygen, just open up your little fingers like this and take a breath. The second option is you go to your local friendly Walmart, you grab a straw for 5 cents, you put it in your mouth, and you kind of work out like that. But enough of this tomfoolery. Let's talk about training/elevation masks and if they work for endurance athletes. And even, I'll give you some, the bros some love today and let you know if it works for weight training. So back to the endurance athletes and the training and elevation mask. So here's the theory. They say you wear a training and elevation mask that it's going to simulate high altitude training. So you should expect to see, increases in VO2 max and concentrations of hemoglobin and myoglobin rise if you wear a training mask. But that is a load of crap. So basically, let's talk about altitude training real quick. As you go up in elevation, the partial pressure of oxygen decreases, so there's less molecules of oxygen to breathe in. So this is what causes, the adaptations to high altitude, and then when you come back down lower, you feel faster and fitter. So what happens when you go up to elevation is basically, again, the partial pressure of oxygen is decreased. There's less oxygen in the air, and this basically makes your body create more hemoglobin, myoglobin, higher capillary density, and then this can lead to some pretty cool endurance training adaptations when you come back down to sea level. But regardless if you're at sea level or if you're on the top of Mount Everest, the percentage of oxygen in the air is the same. It's just the density of oxygens in the air is no different. So with a training mask, it doesn't simulate high altitude training at all. The percentage of oxygen in the air is just the same. You're just basically getting in less air with each breath you take, not less oxygen, which would lead to those adaptations. So the training mask, it doesn't work for endurance athletes. Granted, I'll give them this, that because it makes it harder to breathe with a training mask on, it may strengthen your breathing muscles like the diaphragm and the intercostals. But again, if you're an endurance athlete and you are working out, especially doing harder workouts on a weekly basis, the training mask isn't going to do jack squat for you. So should you use a training mask? No, hell no. Save your $80 and buy something useful like 1 million share of Bitcoin. You'll get a better return on investment than you will with a training mask. Now, because I love you bros at the gym, I'm going to tell you why it doesn't work either. So if you remember my last video, I saw a guy in the gym with a training mask, and I went up to him and be like, yeah, hey bro, you got something on your face right here. And he said something to the effects of, when the air is restrained, I make my gains. And again, I don't have time for that crap. It makes my brain hurt just even thinking about it. But for you weightlifters, the training mask isn't going to do jack squat again, because guess what? With weight training, you're basically using your two energy systems that don't require oxygen, the ATP-PC system, which provides energy for efforts lasting, 0 to 6 seconds. But beyond that, you're rarely lifting weights for more than 30 to 45 seconds. And the energy system that's, helping you lift those weights during that period of time is anaerobic glycolysis, which, ding, 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 doesn't require oxygen. So here's what I want you to do, my weight training bros. I want you to remove your training mask, take a deep breath, get off those high stim pre-workouts, maybe try some Perform-Elite and breathe in all that beautiful, rich oxygen and just feel good. So we're gonna conclude like this. One, training masks don't work. They don't work. They don't work. Don't buy one. Save your $80. Two, I'm really here to kind of help you cut through the BS of, the latest fad, the latest diet, the latest supplements even. There's a lot of BS on the internet, and one of my primary goals with EndurElite is to help you cut through that BS so you can basically come and watch these videos and you don't have to wade through all the BS that's on the internet. Third, if you like this video, I highly encourage you to share it with your friends. I've also started a new YouTube channel, EndurElite, and then on Instagram at EndurElite as well. Let's make this thing spread like wildfire. Let's bring some legitimacy back to the health and fitness world. Get some good information out to endurance athletes for everyone's benefit. So that's about all I have for today. Like I said, if you like this video, share it. If you like more content like this, go to www.endurelite.com, EndurElite.com. Until next time, my endurance friends, stay fueled, stay focused, stay fast, and remember, oxygen is good for you, so just breathe.